All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Guido coming from the left side of the Atlantic with Coffee Talk.
And it's Pilgrim coming from the correct side of the Atlantic with a decent cup of tea.
The
Although
world's
I will shill before he says anything his mug.
buy a
Okay?
mug, buy a mug,
Yeah.
buy a mug. The world's premier World of Tanks podcast Coffee Talk event in the 0700 Central Daylight, no Standard now, time zone,
Yep.
as well as GMC,
Well, as well as
GMT,
1300 hours. 1300 hours,
GMT,
yes.
yeah,
Greenwich Mean Time, not
GMT,
PMT. Not
UTC,
PMT. No,
Zulu time.
no, not PMT. Let's not go there.
Number one in the world. So you're in for a treat. We had a good show. We got some good Christmas speculation. But before we get to that, explain to the people why you have a different tea today.
Right, okay. Well, I've had to put my tea in a proper cup and saucer because I had a little chat with Her Majesty the other day, and I said that the royal blend that we both drink at the same time each Sunday is a little bit strong for a 1 o'clock afternoon session. It's more of a morning cup of tea to get you out of bed and get you awake. So Liz and I both had a bit of a chat, and we've agreed that we'll go with Earl Grey. So I've got the Earl Grey on the go for this afternoon. Now, Earl Grey requires cup and saucer, not a Guido mug, because you need strong tea goes in a mug, so the mug can hold it and handle it.
Oh, right.
So Earl Grey, which is a more refined taste, goes in cup and saucer.
Does the pinky have to be out when you do the Earl Grey?
Absolutely, yes. You'll notice that mine is doing that as a natural thing. It comes naturally to every Englishman.
Yeah.
Finger comes out when you're,
Yeah.
chin,
And you
chin.
don't manhandle the cup with your big.
Oh no,
No, you don't
no,
just.
sir. No, not absolutely. We don't do an American thing.
This is momentous. I think that you've. I mean, how long have you been
Big
going?
one.
How long have you been going with the other?
Royal
tea?
Blend, for at least 5 years. So it's been a massive change for me, and I'm feeling
Yeah.
slightly nervous about it.
Right, the whole world has just kind of shifted on its
Oh, no,
axis
yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit right
but,
there.
But I do believe Her Majesty watches the stream, so she'll be rooting for us. I'm not sure what name she puts in Twitch, but go on, chaps. Off you go, Colonial.
I wa-
Say something nice.
What would the Queen's in-game name be? That would be.
I don't know.
That would
It'd
be
Her
really
Madge,
interesting.
wouldn't it? Her Madge.
Her
Her
Ma-
Madge the killer. I don't know.
Or Match the Killer.
Yeah.
Oh man.
ER for Elizabeth Regina. Her
Yeah.
Madge.
Yeah. I think she'd rather be caught dead than playing World of Tanks.
Possibly.
Holy cow!
Possibly.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got that. I'm glad we got that all settled out.
We did.
Well, what do we got for you guys? We got a lot of stuff, man. So, channel news, standard stuff. I'm still sort of doing the 100 battle challenge. You can see I'm in my NA account right here. Got the old Eagle 7 up that I ended up 2-marking. Only because I played it once, and you know how they gave it out for free?
Yeah.
And then that brought the requirements down. I played it once and I jumped up. Hey, thank you. Appreciate for the follow. Who was it? Garing Power, right on. So, kind of backed into the 2 mark on that. But that's ongoing. It's slow going because I've been really concentrating still on the EU account a bit. I know that Pilgrim and I have done a lot of platooning, and I would say about that, it's something I hadn't thought about too much for you new guys. Try to platoon as much as possible because you get that extra 15% XP and credits.
Yeah. Makes a huge difference when you're on the bread line, as you are when you
Yeah.
first start off.
That's right. Alms for the poor.
All comers.
Yeah, if you're free to play, man. If you're free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? We got Hugito, Deathman, Blues Traveler, Doctor Who, Stickler, and I think that's everyone who's chatted so far. Plus the follow from Garing Power. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we got Cliffy in as well, and
Excellent.
Joshiro.
Jashiro's here. Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Stickler's in.
So I'm about
Go EU. There you go. You got an EU follower as well.
Oh, very good. Excellent. So I got about 400 battles now on the EU. I'm getting near to the invite program. Speaking of the Eagle 7, that's the one I'm going to pick as the prize. So I'm nearly done with that.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That's all right. Yeah, it'd be cool when that's done, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll continue with the new player experience vids. I'll have another one out here pretty soon at about the 400 mark. I think what I'm going to do is when I finish up getting the Eagle 7, then we'll talk about where I am and how we got there, kind of thing. The as far as DCS content, real quick, I think the next time I'll be doing some of that is next week. I should be commentating with Low Blow for the guys who are interested in the DCS stuff. My next stream will be tomorrow. I actually know this week what my day off is for a change. So it is tomorrow. So I'll stream tomorrow for some Miserable Monday. That ought to be lots of fun. Getting my teeth kicked in on EU on Miserable Monday.
Well, I think we've got quite a lot off the EU there, haven't we? Miserable Monday stuff. I mean, we pursued up, and my jaw is constantly dropping on the floor when I look at deployment losses and things like that. It's just like, seriously not.
It's amazing. I mean, it feels like I'm just a broken record talking about it, but it's pretty crazy. I do have a pretty good amount. Hopefully, I can get to that today and get a nice Miserable Monday video out. But I've got a good amount of content for that, so that should be fine. Then I'll do the stack up stream in the afternoon, guys, from 4 to 6 Central. 1600 to 1800 Central Time. We'll do another 2 hours there. So I haven't decided what I'll do there. Sometimes I don't do World of Tanks, but usually. And that's it, man. That's it for the channel news. Anything else to add there, Pilgrim?
No, I actually like the stack up stream because not just because you do it as well, but all the guys and girls that actually contribute into that, you get some good watches. It's well worth it if you get a chance to go and have a look at it.
And it's all different games and kinds of people, so it's all, yeah. All right, missions and specials. Missions and specials. Heart Salute 11202.
Yeah.
Heart Salute 11202. That is Commander AF's code for NA. And it is an Eagle 7 for 3 days. And also the mission that gets you a few more points towards tank rewards, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So chuck that in there. I got to remember to do it. I forgot to do it myself. Do not forget to spend your King Tiger coins, guys. Your King Tiger capture coins. And the way you do that is you go into your store, and then you go down to the bottom to this. Wait a minute, oh my gosh, did it go away? Where did it go? Oh no.
Depot.
Is it Depot? All right, Depot, not the store. Depot, then you go down to the little parachute there, King's Offer, click on Select, and here's your choices. You can see I already bought the big book. There was a nice crew book in there. What I didn't realize is these are for varying amounts of coins. I thought they were all one coin. I'm like, ooh, what a great deal. All these things for one coin. You can get 12 cool things. No, you don't get 12 cool things. Yeah.
No.
Isn't that kind of cheap ass? Sorry for the French there, but...
It's cynically typical wargaming. There you go. What more can you say? It's wargaming.
They give you 12 coins, which means you can only get 2 of these guys. Here's what I don't understand. I already have these guys, right?
Yeah.
What happens when I get the second one? Is it another guy with the exact same name?
Oh, good point.
Shall we find out?
Yeah.
Which one should I get?
Let's do it live. And in the meantime, I'm going to crew up my Eagle 7, which I've only got 2 days rental left on it now because I've been doing EU so much while you're doing that.
So, but which guy should I take? What is this? That's Russian, German, French. Is Harold Nelson Scott actually the American, or is he actually? No, he's Brit. He must be Brit.
Harold Nelson Scott.
Doesn't it have to be British? It
would have to be British.
It doesn't say which one it is. What nation it is.
Yeah. Doctor Who's right. The Russian's OP. Standard. Russian is OP. He will come with 6 crew skills or something.
Maybe I'm fine. I don't even need a crew member. I'm just going to take that guy. Let's see what happens. Well, it seemed to give it to me. So let's go back to the barracks, and there he is.
Wow.
And I know I've already got one of him somewhere, but I have no idea where I put him.
Yeah. Oh, it's such.
I mean, look at all these commanders I have. I mean, I don't even know. Some of these guys are going to go away if I don't use them. I know she's only good till the January. Be careful with that, guys. This is Queen Maeve from the Prime Gaming thing. if you look at, there you go. It says through and through. In fact, I need. Holy cow! He's only good till the 30th. Well, there's another.
November?
Yeah, no, of December.
Oh, okay.
So be careful with that. That's only like a month. I know a lot of people don't have a problem deciding because they're kind of crew poor, but for me, and I think these are all commanders, right? If I recruit this guy, does he have to be a commander?
Can you not change them? You can change them, though, can't you?
Oh, these guys can change. You can make a crew out of these guys. Okay, that's cool. So there's a whole crew for something. That'll be pretty good. So I need to get on that. Anyway, that was a bit of a...
Tangent?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was a bit of a tangent right there. Where were we
Do we do
anyway?
tangents on this channel?
No, we don't ever do those. Those are...
No, but Cliffy, I am so disappointed in you.
Those
My
are
patch
unprofessional.
equals evil, so it's a Brit. Oh,
That's a
dear.
little
I thought
rough.
I knew you better than that, Cliffy.
That's a little rough. Et tu, Brute?
Yes,
Yeah.
I felt it just there.
Yeah, right up in the ribs.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Where the heck were we anyway? Oh, Heart Salute. We talked about that. Captured King Tiger coins. Make sure you use them because the point of that whole thing, which I never got to, is they go away on the 25th, which is 10 days. So remember to, whatever you want in here, just make sure you get it.
It's a shame it's like that, but I understand the reasoning behind it. But wouldn't it be nice if things like that you've earned are there for as long as you want them to be?
Right.
You know. So,
Sutek is working his knowledge of the interwebs editing and videography.
he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's very clever.
He knows that
Very
somebody is going to be watching this and wonder how in the heck that he greeted them from the future.
Yeah. Never mind Doctor Who. _NA. Sutek is the one with the TARDIS. There you go.
That's right.
Oh dear. Good fun.
Okay.
Where were we?
I don't know.
Coins.
I have
Anything
absolutely
else?
no idea where we were. Coin. Yeah, get your King Tiger.
Where's our keys anyway? I can't find them.
They're still in the garage. Steel Hunter started again today, guys, or tomorrow, one of the two. So that's the last of the events to get. Which reward tanks went with that one? I can't even remember now.
Well,
the Concept 1B.
Yeah, the Char 4
The Char, the 777.
Yeah.
The
Which nobody wants.
not the Concept 1B. The Concept 1B was ranked, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
What was the third one? Oh, the AE Phase 1.
Phase, yeah.
AE Phase 1. Yeah. Steel Hunters. Yeah, I think it is tomorrow. It starts tomorrow.
16th of November.
Ranked ends tonight, guys. So if you're trying to get that Concept 1B or whatever it is, you got to get on it tonight. Daily deals. Wait a minute. Let's shill first. Hold on. We're out of order here.
We are. We need to.
We are
need to go
completely
back
out of
slightly.
order. This is terrible.
Yeah. Follow the script, will you, man? For goodness sake. Do you know if Clint Eastwood was the director of this, he'd be poking you now, right? So.
That would be awesome if we could get Clint Eastwood to be the director of this.
Well, I'll get Madge to give him a phone call if you want.
Yeah. Just give him a little ring a ding. All right. Feeling lucky, punk. Okay, on the NA, what do we have for sale? Pretty Fly. You can get the TL1 LPC again with the washed up band members of whatever they are.
Very expensive though, Guido.
I know,
isn't
the
it?
Offspring, yeah. You know something is another side tangent event? I was doing cost comparisons between NA and EU now that I have an EU account.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Some are more
Yeah.
expensive, some are less.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I've done that constantly.
Yeah.
I tell you, the big one is the Fort Knox package. In the EU, it's £85. On the NA, because I get a pound conversion on my screen, is 76. So there's a £9 difference between.
That's because
EU
Fort
and
Knox is in the U.S., so you have to go further. You're paying for the travel. You're paying for the travel costs.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, yeah. It's the jet cost, isn't it, for traveling business class?
Yeah. Well, it's a longer ride on the interwebs net highway.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that. Tron,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. Anyway, the ISG
Where were we?
122S. This is NA again, folks. So we'll jump over to the EU in just a second. The Defender is back. The tank that destroyed the game.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what made me laugh about that? Is that Wargame actually poked fun at themselves?
Did they?
Because if you look at Commander AF, it's the headline is the Defender is back, and then ... Really?
Yeah.
Like, well done, Wargaming. Take the Mickey out yourself.
All right. I think it's telling that you have such an overpowered tank that has also been power crept. It is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine
nobody wants
that.
it now because it's rubbish.
You released a completely overpowered tank, and 2 years later, everyone's like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really need that.
Actually, it's still strong. It's still very strong.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Good tank. So yeah, if you're in the market for a highly effective Russian Tier 8 premium heavy, that's probably the one.
And the other thing I've noticed, Guido, about that is that the Defender and the simple Object 252U is the same price. So
Oh right, yeah, yeah,
do you see? Do you see? So
Yeah.
if you want the Defender with the pretty paint job,
yeah.
it's the same price as the Defender without the pretty paint job. for want of a
Usually
better
these
word.
dual ones are the same price.
Oh, are they? Okay, cool. Okay.
And doesn't that just put the lie to the, oh my gosh, it's so expensive to make styles that we have to sell them for $19.95?
Well, or they've up price. Yeah.
You just don't understand how hard it is to make these styles.
One of the developers has to sit at a screen for at least 35 minutes to develop this. So we have to pay him a lot of money to do
I
it.
know that our developer and graphic artist watchers right now are just about ready to kick me straight in the jimmy. It was a joke.
F you, Pilgrim.
It was a generalized joke of the pricing of things. I actually do understand how long it takes because it does. You don't just sit down and knock that out in an hour.
No, I'm only... Guys, before you start sending me hate mail, I'm only having you a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody knocking on my door now, look.
So to sum up, graphic artists are useless, and it should be cheaper. I just kidding. Just kidding.
I didn't say that, by the way, so anybody wants to firebomb anywhere, you do it down in Florida. Don't come to my neck of the woods.
I like to compare it to the high level of training I have for this internet show.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we must spend at least, I don't know, 3 hours before this program comes out.
Yeah.
Prepping it and sorting it out.
Oh, we were here a
Final
full 15 minutes before we started.
Yeah, we were. And that was a long 15 minutes, I can tell you.
Somebody had to make tea.
Well, I had to make tea, and you were telling me how you clip your toenails on a Sunday night, and that was just like eye-wateringly boring.
Yeah, but the hangnail hurt. That was the best. You missed the punchline. You weren't listening.
I did, yes. I had to go and switch the kettle off. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, dear.
This has gone completely off the rails.
Yeah, I don't know what are we talking about world tags here?
No, but somehow we're talking about toenail clipping. I
don't know.
I blame you. This is fully in your court. You caused this problem.
I did, yes. Let me have a cup of tea. It's obviously the Earl Grey's working.
Yeah, take another sip. Maybe you need the less strong stuff early.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to
You're
switch back to
still
World Wide
hyped.
next week.
Still hyped up. All right, so not much going on gold wise. Premium account is standard. Hey, I'm gonna let's just say this, Pilgrim. I think you would agree with me right here. Right now is probably not exactly the time to go spending a bunch of money
No.
because Christmas is coming. So we'll get to that in just a minute.
Yeah.
Vehicles wise, we touched on a couple of those. Pretty Fly 122S, the 252, the IS2S. These are special offers. So I think these are the things for me from the veteran thing.
Oh no, I'm seeing those.
Are you? Oh,
I'm seeing
good.
Special yeah, I'm seeing the special offers.
Are you seeing the 4503?
Yeah,
Okay, excellent.
and that's priced at £25. So what's that? $30?
Yeah, $32.99 for us.
Right, okay.
The furry is still out there if you want that.
Yep.
Well, the other thing I've noticed about NA is we tend to have more tanks on sale at any one time than EU does.
Yeah, I've noticed that. There seems to be a bigger list
Yeah.
than the EU same shop.
Yep. Specials wise, there's really nothing to add, guys. It's all kind of pretty boilerplate standard stuff. I didn't see anything in here that made me go, ooh, what a really great deal, or holy cow, terrible deal. So that brings us to the new thing. See this little tab right here, guys? It says daily deals. Probably you know about this, but this is how it works. And I haven't done it yet, so we're going to go through this. Just click on that. Then you have to click again. I don't know why, but you do.
Oh, it's war game. Click, click.
2 clicks, and then start grabbing. All right, so cards are going to fly by, and you have to click the cards. I don't know why.
Do you know what? The better rewards are the faster cards.
They are not.
They are. If
They
you
are
click the ones
not.
that are really speeding across the. You've got to try and click the ones that are speeding
No,
across the.
that's
screen,
not-
'cause
no
they're
way.
Better.
No.
They are guaranteed.
Thing is, you can't get them. It's terrible.
Well, I've just got one.
I can't get them.
It's your bad reflexes, Mr. Pilot.
Wait, there's a little fast one right here. Get.
See? I clicked it. I clicked the really fast one at the top.
It doesn't work. Why does my click not work? I don't get it. Thing has been bugging me the whole time. Like these fast. Got
You
one.
need to play more arty. Play more arty.
Got one.
Your finger clicks a bit.
Got 2 of them. Ooh. I just have to like. So the technique has been for me to click as fast as possible. This is cool. So what are you able to pay for is money, sometimes silver, and sometimes gold. I have not yet seen any for bonds. Have you, Pilgrim?
No, I've got gold and cash. I've been doing it for 3 days. Gold and
Yeah.
cash, both EU and NA.
Yeah.
So yeah, get your hand in your pocket, or you know,
That's right.
the bonds. Get your hand in your pocket.
Interesting that this came out right before Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Right? Trying to. I mean, if you tempt a bunch of people to buy some of these things, and some of them are decent deals, but then you get to Christmas and the big deal. Are there going to be people going? I already spent some money. I don't want to spend as much.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Wayne says
It is-
nothing worthwhile. Are you talking about overall or just what you're seeing on my screen? I'm going to tell you, I've actually found some decent deals that I thought were
Yeah.
good. On my EU account, it was 400,000, I think, for 4 pieces of equipment. Tier 2.
Okay. All right.
So it sounded like it was kind of set up for my account. I don't know if it takes that into account or whatever, but I happen to need tier 2 equipment. So whether it was happenstance, random, or that it looked at my account and went, yeah, that's where he generally is, I don't know. But it was 400,000 for 4 pieces, and one of them was a rammer, which is 300,000. So it was basically half price minus a little bit for four.
Can I be totally polar opposite on this? Because
Sure.
I've just clicked daily deals and it's offered me the Eagle for £26.01.
Yeah.
Okay. If I go to the premium shop, I can get it for £22.32. So I can get it for £4 better than the daily deal.
Pilgrim, we're trying to shill here.
I know. Don't tell them, but that's what I've got. Okay.
Yeah,
So
dude,
anyway,
it's
the cards are fantastic.
it's always buyer beware with wargaming, guys, and your own money, right? You got to make your own decisions on your own money. Anyway, I thought that was a decent deal for me. That one card, I'm not really interested in the ones that are for dollars. Some of them are decent deals. Some are not, as you noted. You could actually go.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you don't just click on it automatically. I do like how it tells.
To be fair, I've got one here for you can get through. If you're short of credits and you've got a little bit of gold sat in the garage, for 4,000 gold, they'll give you 3 million credits.
Well, that's
I don't know what the price point is on that, but at the end of the day, if you wanted that 3 million just to buy the next game or do the next whatever, are you got a hole in your mouth?
I have a faulty cup. I think it's one of the ones you sent me.
Right, that's you done for Christmas, man.
It's not, brother. It's not. It's actually my cup, and it's.
There you go. You see.
I just got this mouth. I've only used it for a few days, so I'm trying to break it in.
Yeah, please God, make my mouth work.
I think that's another old age thing.
Yeah.
I used to see my grandfather
We'll go
dribble
with
his cup on his chest, and I'm like, oh, stupid old man. Okay,
English coffee cups do not leak blues.
they do. They never sink either.
They never sing. Just
No,
like the Royal
no,
Navy.
that's right. Yeah. Should I do this? The
Oh.
legendary deal credit shower.
Well, yeah, if it seems worthwhile, do it. I mean, at the
Well, I
end of the day,
never recommend getting credits for gold, but as you will note, I have so much gold from Wargaming. I'm just
Yeah.
going to do it just to get rid of gold. I don't think anybody else in their right mind would do what I just did, but there you go.
No.
And you see it show up over here on the right, so it's pretty much instantaneous, right there, guys. Speaking of gold and buying and stuff, did you know that Noble Wolf did finally get his 3D style back?
Did he?
Yeah, because
Right.
he put
Well,
the
that's
he
interesting.
no well he put the gold in his account and they did the swapperoonie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how that works, guys. And I really think it's not that bad of a deal as long as you make sure you check other sources like you did that you're not paying more for something. You know what I mean?
Hello.
It's like, wow. Now, here's, I think, what people are arguing a little bit against on this, because if you notice, some cards are gold and some are silver. So if you
Yeah.
go to the daily deals, and it's always the oversell that drives me. Daily deals, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the wording? Trying to find it here. You get, yeah, epic or legendary.
Yeah.
I think amazing daily deal. I think they're good deals sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you're actually,
the descriptive word is slightly over the top,
yeah,
isn't it? Really amazing.
especially if you're putting something at a price point that's cheaper in the store already.
It's supposed to be chilling.
I don't. You might have people have a slight issue with it being legendary if you can actually get it cheaper already in the store.
Well, to be fair, I've just done my EU account while you were talking, and for 1,250,000 credits, you can get 50 large repair kits, 50 large first aid kits, and 50 automatic fire extinguishers, which I think is a good deal.
Is that half? It's not.
Yeah, it sounds half, does it? 1.25 million for 150.
That's slightly less than half, isn't it? 150 would be.
Yeah, it'd be
No,
it'd
it's-
be 1.5 million, wouldn't it?
So it's not half. It's not even close to half, but it's still a deal.
Yeah.
It's 250,000 off of that, right?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I think, yeah. So it's not as good as a 50% off sale.
No.
It's more like a 25. I think that's a 25% off sale, right?
25% by the-
Or is it less? It might be less. I don't know. I can't do that math. My brain hurts.
20,000 silver. Oh, yeah, you're right, Sticker. 20,000 silver per kit, normal price.
It's better than the sale, really.
Yeah, because that would be maths in public. Maths with an S. Maths in public. I'm not
Whatever.
gonna-
Whatever. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's math or maths. I can't do it.
No, neither can I.
Yeah.
So I haven't got my calculator, and
Yeah.
the wife's in the kitchen, so I've got no chance.
You can add the S all day long if you want. I'm just not gonna be able to do it.
Dear.
All right.
Okay.
In any event, it's cheaper than if you bought them for the full price.
Yeah.
I think I did that actually on this account yesterday. I got that same deal, and I ended up buying
Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because as you can see, I have 101 million credits. That seems kind of low, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does really, doesn't it?
This coffee talk cannot get on track.
You can't get it.
No,
We're
it's not.
bouncing left
It is
and right.
never going to get. This one is not going to get on
Somebody
track.
in Twitch tell us about the math. Just do.
Someone do the math and figure it out.
Figure it out. I'll buy them all and sell them back. I'll sell them back. I'll make money. That's how I'm going to do it.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm sure there's a way to game the system via
Without
the Pilgrim method.
yeah, the Pilgrim method. Yeah, forever known as the Pilgrim method.
All right. Let's see
Okay.
if we have anything interesting in the missions tab here in the UI. I don't think I looked at it earlier. There's not a whole lot going on. You know, the daily missions changed a little bit recently, didn't they?
Yeah. They got
Yeah.
a little bit harder, I think.
A little bit harder, but I think some of the rewards are a little bit better. See that?
Right.
So here's 2 kits, 30,000, and then a book. Although it's the small book. The premium's always the same, so there's nothing changed there. And then you've got the epic reward. Oh, look at this! I'm going to get one of these improved aiming things once I in 100 bonds. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I've already cranked up 7,696, and I spent all my bonds on a tier 10, I think, one of the reward tanks, and I've already cranked out.
I got the M60 with mine. And that's what I bought with mine. Yeah.
I've already cranked up to 7,600, and then in the last month I haven't really been playing this account, so I'd probably be closer to 8,000. Bonds do come pretty quickly. At some point, I think I need to start buying some purple equipment because I've kind of ignored that for the most part.
Oh right, okay.
I have
just as a test case as opposed to needing them, because I don't think they make a massive difference. Personally.
No,
I don't think.
I mean, if you're 3 marking and try harding, yeah, you wanna kit out that tier 10 with all the best stuff you can get.
Yeah.
Okay, ranked battles dailies. That's for improving the discount or getting yourself more points or whatever it is. I haven't paid any attention to it. The discount, that's for getting discounts on the tank.
Yeah.
And I guess after, I don't know how the rewards work with the ranked battles. Do they come automatically or do you have to pick them?
That's a good point, actually. I've not done it. I don't know.
I know that when Steel Hunter ends, you'll have to take your coins and go get the things you want with the coins because there'll be certain choices. So this is the last one of the whatever they're calling the Steel Hunter events, along with Frontlines. So at some point it'll open up the reward thing, and you have to go in there and spend your coins.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming up. Multiplyer's on track. The on track is the British line for the Badger. That is still going. 50B is also still going, only to the 20th, so that's got 5 days left. Watts Salute is standard. Tank rewards ongoing, and I have not put Commander AF's mission in there yet, but that's where it will show up. Remember, if you got the Eagle 7, if you're one of the veterans and you have the Eagle 7, there are missions for it, and there are some other goodies you can get along the way. So keep doing that all the way to November 30th. So that's a good one. Crew, what's this? Is this the weekend thing going on right now?
Well, the crew reinforcement.
Yeah. So this is the crew weekend right here. What do you got? You get some personal reserves.
Times 4 XP, isn't it?
The Wasp. Yeah, times 4 in the first win. Large spots, also known as the potato camo. Yeah, it looks like a potato.
I like that. I put that in the Badger.
Yeah, it's a big potato.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've got 8 kids by 8 different women. Wayne, thank you.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know, he just threw that out. Look.
He did, just threw that out. It's like, you have 8 kids from 8 different women.
Absolutely.
You cheeky monkey.
Oh dear, spread myself thinly. Good grief.
Were there any crazy deals over on EU? Let's go ahead and jump in here real quick. I'm going to see what my daily deals on EU is. Let me bring this back up.
Here's a good point.
What the? It hasn't changed. Wait a minute. What is happening here? That was yesterday's stuff.
Yeah, but it should be today, shouldn't it? Because it's changed already. But here's a good point. If you click out of it without picking anything and then click back in, you lose it all. I've gone back into my EU one to see. I was going to go and pick one of the daily deals that came up one of the cards.
Is there nothing showing?
Nothing showing.
All right. So what you have to do is you need to close. I think you need to close that browser. I ran into this yesterday. You need to close that tab.
Yeah, and then
maybe the whole browser. I don't remember what I did yesterday. Close that tab, come back in, and see if it shows up. I had the same thing happen yesterday.
Wow.
This is the stuff I had from yesterday.
Isn't that a pain in the backside?
Yeah. And it doesn't look like refreshing helps me either, so that's no good. All right, I guess we won't do that. I'll figure that out a little while later. I think that's it for shilling.
I think we did all right for shilling there.
Yeah. We should spend all kinds of money. Subjects du jour, my friend. Subjects du jour.
Are we on that already?
I think so.
Missions? Hang on, I'm just.
Well, I went through the missions real quick. Well, let's take.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I told you this is. We're just completely. in a
All over the
tailspin
place,
here.
man.
Yeah, it's just going everywhere. What we're going to do though is take a look at the various advertisements. So, oh look, you can buy holiday gift bundles. You want some World of Tanks pants?
No.
These- This I'm looking at this.
Wish list.
I'm looking at these trainer pants, right? So isn't that what we call them over there? Trainer pants, trainers.
Tracksuit.
Tracksuits.
Bottoms.
I'm looking at this
Tracksuit
tracksuit, and I can see the big Russian in these things. Right? In the movies, every Russian bad guy's wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah, shiny one as well.
Yeah, as are Italian bad guys in American movies. They tend to be wearing tracksuits as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, yeah. Usually felt. Anyway,
Actually felt.
yeah.
Dear.
All right, so TL1PC, Steel Hunter, times. Yeah, it is the times 4 weekend, guys.
Times 4 weekend.
Yeah. So we got some
Probably
tokens.
tested that with
Got that. Yeah, that's the Wasp and then the Camel we talked about. So that's what's happening this weekend, which you probably already know. Common test we're going to talk about in subjects du jour. We got a little speculation coming up with that. Daily deals we already beat to death.
Yeah.
Special gift for veterans, and that's pretty much it. That's kind of slow this week, to be quite honest. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, but not a lot coming from Wargaming at the moment, anyway.
Yeah, I think everything now is leading, as we've said before, towards the Christmas thing, isn't it? I think that's where we're going to get.
And then remember Battle Pass. Don't forget your Battle Pass. Let's see where I am on
Oh,
that.
good question. Oh, good one.
I'm on the 12th level of the bonus round or whatever it's called. So
Oh, are you on NA or EU?
NA. EU
NA,
I'm only
right.
on EU I'm on like 12 or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not very far.
Okay. Well, I'm 2. I'm on NA. I'm on level 2, the bonds, and on the EU I'm at level 9 for the bonds.
Oh, so you've maxed both. Holy cow. Well done.
Well, no, it's only level. Yeah, I've got the 45 stages out the way on both, but
Yeah.
but because to be fair to Wargaming, they've run it over a considerable length of time, so it's not difficult to do. It's not, you're not time pressured. It went from September to December,
Right.
so you can do it on 2 accounts. I'll never get to the very end. I'll never get to the,
I didn't even get to the very end. When I was
you're not.
when I was playing my NA account a lot. I mean to
Yeah.
get to the very end is a lot. Not just Guido a lot, but extra a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, someone was just saying the clan. It was Cliffy says a clan tour of duty. So your clan hopefully is doing this. GFLC is doing it, and they're you just log in and all of a sudden there's stuff there for you.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I'm not really sure how it works.
Well, no, it's part of the mission structure for the clans. So you can get it just by everybody in your clan does pubbies, so you get benefits, and there's 2 levels. So there's the level that you do for your clan, and then there's personal rewards which you get for being in a clan. So you have to be in a clan to get.
How do you track it? The clan button?
Yeah, if you go to the clan button and you can see. Well, you can see the credits that come in. We are in the clan now. We've made nearly 1.5 million. The boys in the clan and girls in the clan have absolutely smashed it. And we started off with something like, I don't know, let me get it right. It was in the region of 100,000. So we've made nearly 1.5 million. It's fantastic. It really is.
All right, so here's my personal Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Well, we can upgrade within the clan, and this is the same for anybody's clan. If you're making that sort of money, we can upgrade all the training facilities. We can't actually max them out; it'd be a bit more than that. But we could certainly throw a few upgrades in, which then gives us better reserves and better reserves for strongholds and clan wars and so on and so on. So it's been a really worthwhile exercise that's been running in the background because you don't need to do anything; you just need to play pubby battles. And you, as well as doing strongholds or anything else, you get extra for that.
Yeah.
If you just do pubbies, you're earning for your clan and yourself. Some quite nice drops.
Yeah, so I'm looking at here. If you haven't seen that, guys, it's over on the clan button, and then you go. Let's just go back out to here. So you go to your clan button and then click over here. Doesn't really say Tour of Duty, but that's what it is right there. And then you've got the personal contribution and the overall progression, which means I guess it's restarted relatively recently because we're only about 1/5 of the way through right now.
Yeah, it starts daily.
What's daily? No, it says
George.
It says tour ends 7 days.
No, okay.
Yeah. Tour ends 7 days. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Tour objectives for. Okay, that's the 24-hour thing. This tour objectives thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's if you've got premium account. You've got three different scenarios. So you get like cause or assist, damage, earn a reward, a battle hero, and so on and so on. But I've been maxing these out just by playing pubbies. So
Yeah.
I haven't done much, and they've been maxed out every time. The bottom, the tour objectives, are the harder ones to get because you've either got to platoon with a clanmate or go into advances and fight advances. But the rewards are greater.
Oh, I see. These are platoons, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to
It's
dig.
cool. I mean, if
Yeah.
you go back to if you go back to earning stuff for your clan, and when you get into your strongholds and you've got in storage X whatever it is million of these reward things you get, it gives you the ability to upgrade your clan facilities for all the different modes. So it's cool. I like it. I like what Wargame's done with that.
Yeah.
And it's all gone in the background. It wasn't massively publicised, and it sort of just ticks away.
Yeah, this wasn't
I've
really.
spent
This really
about
wasn't advertised.
500,000 I've spent $500,000 upgrading all our stuff. So we did originally have 1.532,
Yeah.
I think, something
Yeah.
like that. I spent $500,000 upgrading everything.
Well, Stickler's got it broken down. So the tasks, these are individual, and then platoon. The objectives are platoon. So that's the only thing you just have to platoon a little bit to get the other ones and knock that other stuff out. So that's actually good.
Yeah.
Fight a battle in advance. Okay, so one of them is advance. There, like you said, this one's platoon. This one's advance. Okay, got it. 15 advance. That's 60,000 of those points. That's a lot of points. That looks like the biggest chunk of points you can get. You do 15 advanced battles and you drop 60,000 into the kitty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I think Wargaming are pushing the whole clan thing. I think they by doing this, you're encouraging a lot of solo players to join a clan because it benefits both the player and also the clan you're in. So yeah, why not?
All right, cool. That's good. That's good stuff. All right, so I think that's it from all the. That's it from all the shilling and whatnot. Subjects du jour. All right. So interesting thing is happening on Twitch. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but I know that the CCs are all talking about it. There's been a lot of DMCA, whatever they are, takedowns for music.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, they're really getting on to people for music, and even just notification music. Like if you use a snippet of music for one of your notifications, like a follower or a sub or whatever, they're hitting people for that. They're actually going into their saved videos and hitting them for saved videos
Really?
and clips.
So they're looking at historical as well.
Yeah. So they're, this has been a long time coming, and it's really just the consolidation by the big corporations. They, back in the day when there was tapes and CDs, if you remember when things started going digital, all the big corporations were wailing and the gnashing of teeth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And but over the years they've finally got their claws into the digital piece and are locking that down. So, the Wild West days of being able to use whatever music you want on your video and all that kind of thing. So you got to be careful, guys. So I know some of you make videos. Be careful with that. The way I've done it is I've worked with the Creative Commons. You go to some of these sites that have free music, Creative Commons, but again, you have to be careful with that because an artist can change the what's the word I'm looking for? Approval for it.
Yeah.
At any time.
To be fair, Guido, it's like I totally agree with that because an artist puts out a piece of music which is an individual piece of work, that that person or group has designed and put out there, and they deserve to be paid for that effort that they put out there. Like any working man, if you produce widgets in a factory, you get paid for producing widgets. You don't want somebody else producing that widget, so you don't get paid. Do you know what I mean? So it's
my counter to that. My counter to that has always been that the word of mouth and exposure of your brand, I think, is worth more than trying to nickel and dime some small time person. If somebody's full up ripping off your music and acting like it's theirs, or their channel is all your music all the time, if some kid who's creating some content on a YouTube, or he's playing a damn game on Twitch, uses a little snippet of your music, that's free advertisement. And
if it's yes, it's free advertisement if it's acknowledged. Which
that's fine. It doesn't even need to be acknowledged. It's like someone goes, "Oh wow, what's that?" And then someone says, "Oh, that's so and so," and then they dig into it, and all of a sudden they're checking that band's stuff out. The idea that you're going to get more money by shitting on little creative people who might be using a snippet of your money is idiotic. You're not. What's going to happen?
No, I get that.
What's going to happen is you're going to get less exposure, and the problem is that I think bands get that, but the corporations own it, and they own them, and the corporation has no interest in a little bit of creativity on the edge. They don't give two shits about creativity. They want their money. So it's enough to have that artist be creative and create some content, and then they make a bunch of money. They'd rather do that than lose a dime to some little kid. You know what I'm saying? So they don't.
I get that. I get that.
They don't give.
That's an interesting take on it. And I think that's a valid take on it as well. At that level, when it starts to get corporate and people are making big money out of it, absolutely. Artists put there is an argument to say if you put music out into the world, it becomes the world's property because you put it out there. But at the end of the day, you've still got to make a living, and this is how these guys make a living. They make music, or they do films, or whatever it is they do. It's how they make their living. And
I understand. I think my opinion is you can do both. I reject the notion. I reject the idea that it's all one or all the other. That's just stupid.
There are levels.
Yeah, I mean, if some Twitch streamer streamed your song while he was playing, he didn't do that in an attempt to steal your effing, intellectual property.
He liked that piece of music, thought it fit thought it fit what he was presenting himself. Right. And it was great stuff.
Yeah, and it probably exposed your music and got people to buy your music in other places. Yes, there's plenty of pirating. I got it. It happens. Yeah. And there's a lot of people who don't pay for anything. They rip it all off of the internet. But I don't know. I guess my larger point is that in the big picture, hammering people for this and reducing your exposure hurts you in the long run as an artist, rather than helps you.
Because then people won't use music at all, will they?
Right.
Go, sorry.
And then the corollary to that is it's not the artist it's not the artist making that decision. It's the corporations that own the music that don't give two craps about whether the artist gets a little more exposure here and there. They're just going to take that big chunk of money and then hammer everybody who's even attempting to compete. Right? It's a monopoly thing more than anything.
Thanks for following Termashig. I hope that was right, the way I said it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So we've basically switched gears into DMCA talk.
Well, no, I mean it's a valid point, because if you're a streamer, and some of the guys that come here to watch this stream are streamers themselves, and they produce YouTube content and all the rest of it, it's a valid point.
Yeah.
Is that if the screws are being tightened, you need to be aware of it, because all of a sudden you get a ban hammer smacked down on you, and you don't even know what for. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Attack crows. That's a good point. Absolutely.
Hey, let me address that real quick. As far as anyone mentioning other streamers, I do not care. Obviously, if you come in and spam links to their stuff, that would be irritating. But I'm happy to talk about other streamers. It doesn't bother me at all, man. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Foch.
Not
And that's exactly my point, Attack Heroes. That's what I'm talking about. I think in the big picture, they lose more than they gain. Plus the ill will, right? Of the here comes the big bad, bringing the hammer down on some kid or me streaming with a little bit of music in the background. I mean, come on. It's... And what a waste of time. So somebody, you got to pay people to find that. You got to create the algorithms to go look for it. You got to send the email. Have someone send the emails. You can automate a lot of it, but if you're going to get nasty, then you got to do some legal work, and you got to all the garbage that goes with it.
So who's driving this? This has got to be big corporation driving it, because
sure.
For some. It's got to be, hasn't it? Because nobody has the resources.
Well, they're leaning on Twitch. They're leaning on Twitch. Twitch is doing it right now. They're self-policing because they don't want to get sued. Rightly so. They don't want to.
Of course. Then you've got any platform that allows that to happen will also get sued. Okay.
And that's kind of why
the big guys are going to go for the big guys as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's why I'm bringing it up. For the longest time, it was the Wild West, and it probably, the pendulum always swings one way or the other. The pendulum was probably way too far over in the area of the Wild West. You do what you want.
Too many dog holidays out.
Yeah, but of course the fix is always to swing it too far the other way and bring too many hammers down. So that's what's happening with it. You're going to see a lot of videos and things taken down.
Can I throw a band tangent in here? Do you mind?
No.
Do you mind? Because we're talking music and bands, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it sad when you say to your lad, you mentioned my lad's 30 years old, and I say, I've not heard much from Green Day these days. And he turns around and goes, yeah, because that's old man's music. Green Day was never old man's music.
It is now. It is now. Yeah.
Because he said, Dad, if you like it and you're 59 years old, there's no way I'm going to like it. Okay.
That's a subject. That's a whole new subject that I've had discussion with my son of my opinion of rock and roll as it's run its course, and everything now is completely derivative. And most of the stuff coming out at this point, in my opinion, rock and roll peaked in the 70s.
It did, didn't it?
I mean, this is interesting. So rock and roll peaked in the 70s when the electric stuff started coming online, the mixing and the other things, but it was all analog, hand driven.
Yes.
Now that it's digital with all the mixing and stuff, now it has no soul, it has no purpose. It's all derivative crap.
Yeah.
And Steely Dan, Rush, all those bands. It peaked in the 70s. There's a slight argument that the early 80s were kind of figuring it out, but as soon as you got into everything being digital, pure derivative garbage.
Well, it's false music now. It's plastic. It's made up stuff, isn't it? It's not an artist. Remember Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells, things like that. I mean, he was an artist. All right, he had the equipment, but he used to play every single instrument and then merge it all together.
Yeah.
That's talent.
Yeah.
Not setting off your.
When's the last time you saw an amazing voice come out of somebody that was ugly?
Well,
right?
There was that young lady who won Britain's Got Talent, and she was an opera singer. And
yeah. But that was like a special deal where they're kind of looking for that.
Yeah, exactly that.
I mean, you see some of these
the Highlands of Scotland and found her.
You see some of these '70s stars and like just Rick Ocasek. This dude is completely ugly, but just an amazing voice and stuff. Janis Joplin, yeah.
Somebody has to have a talent. You have to have something. If you've got a face like this, what's your talent? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Coffee talk. That's what it is, baby.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. Drinking tea.
Drinking tea.
All right, let's get off of that. Let's get back to tanks. Let's get back to tanks.
Let's do the tanks.
Let's speculate a little bit. So, you tell us, Pilgrim, because you have the info. The well-deserved reward. When is it, and what is it?
Right, well-deserved rewards. Here we go. Right, well-deserved rewards should be coming out on the 26th of November, and it will have not only random boxes, but the Super Chaffee is going to be there as well. So all the speculation about the Super Chaffee being a Christmas box, forget that. It's going to be in Now, this is a Pilgrim thing, so it may well not be, because I've been digging through all sorts of different sites, and they all seem to be saying the same thing. The Super Chaffee plus random boxes are going to be dropped on well-deserved rewards on the 26th of November. So,
What does random boxes mean?
I don't know. That's the interesting thing, isn't it? Random box rewards
Random
is what
box.
it's how they've it's how they've said it.
Hmm.
Don't know.
God, do you think they would actually sell boxes right before they sell boxes for Christmas again?
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Or is it just going to be, here's a couple boxes? I mean, there has to be a mechanism for getting them. Are they missions? Are they just, here's 2 boxes?
Well, it didn't. The site I got it from, and Harkonnen also has put it on his site as well, hasn't detailed that. They've just, it's like almost a 2-liner, which says basically well-deserved rewards coming out 26th of November, Super Chaffee and random box rewards. Hasn't gone into detail.
Kedge says it's random epic boxes.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're legendary also. Hopefully that's
yeah,
astonishing.
Yeah, it could be.
And then
Astonishing.
they're bringing up in chat whether there's going to be rerolls. It's all good questions that we have no answer to.
Yeah, we have no answers.
I don't know what the boxes thing is talking about, to be honest. Who knows? You know, I don't know.
It might be something to do with the keys. You might get a.
Oh, right. How many? You get a box for every key you've got in your garage.
That's the one.
It's none of my business, though.
No, it's none of my business. Mathematics. Good man. You've said it right, Sute. Mathematics. There we go. We'll go with that. Okay.
Yeah, that's true, Nano. Yeah, because the well-deserved reward is tied to how long you've been around. Is that right or no?
It is, isn't it? It's how many years you've got in the game.
Yeah.
Remember, because they give the other stuff out, didn't they? Last year, they give, I can't even remember what I got now. Super Hellcat. That was part of it, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So I don't know.
So that leaves the Aufklärungspanzer, Panther
That
out
one.
there floating around. So that maybe that's a Christmas box thing, a lower tier
Possibly.
Christmas box thing. Possibly there.
Possibly.
All right, so
Possibly.
that is the 26th of November, which is kind of now we're rolling into Christmas, and you have information on when the Advent calendar starts.
Advent calendar starts on the 1st of December. We'll come to Italian tanks, Wayne. That's a good point, but we'll come to that. 1st of December, Advent calendar, 1-day deals for cash/gold. So you get a deal a day. You either use your gold or pay for it in real money. So get your hands in your
All right, hold on a minute. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Cash/gold
Yeah.
or cash or gold, or it'll be one or the
I'm
other.
assuming the slash in the quotation means all.
Meaning that for every deal you can do one or the other. I doubt that. I bet not.
I think it'll be very much like these daily deals. It'll be
Some will be for cash, some will be for gold. Yeah.
Some will be for gold.
Yep. So not exactly a black market, but similar idea. There's one thing up, and I don't think there'll be a limit though. So it'll be however many people want to buy it can buy that.
Yeah.
Unlike the black market where you have a limited amount.
Yeah, I mean, the gold 59G that went in like 5 seconds, didn't it?
Yeah.
All of them. Boom,
Oh, yeah.
done.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Okay, so that's Advent. All right, Common Test, guys. This is interesting. Common Test 1.11 is actually started, and there's a blurb. Let me see if I can actually find it here. There's an interesting blurb in the advert that cracked me up. Because I looked at it yesterday or the day before. I'm like, I need to go look at the patch notes and see what this is, for Coffee Talk. And I had something else going on, so I couldn't see it immediately. It's got to be in there somewhere. Well, not so much, because I looked at it again this morning and I went, all right, let's see now. Please note, the first common test for update 1.11 has no list of changes or patch notes.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we testing? Join the common test and test nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. We'll give you an Eagle 7, in fact. You can run around in that if you like.
See, today we're launching the first common test. The test is available for technical purposes, okay, and doesn't introduce new content. However, this is the perfect time to test drive all those vehicles you don't have on your account yet and equipment with various equipment setups. Okay, fair enough. Anyone then can get on the common test and drive all the stuff they don't have. Okay. I think
Maybe it's a marketing thing for people to go out and buy premium ones. Sorry, but if you go out there and test all your tanks and you go, "Oh, I like this tank," and then you know, if it's a premium or something like that, do they have premiums on the common test? I don't know. Is it just Tech Tree?
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just Tech Tree, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never done the common test. So I'm not sure how it works. I'm sure there's some background stuff they're testing just to make sure everything works. You know, if they're, this is probably the, not probably, it's very definitely the way they're going to bring the patch in for the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
update 1.11, which what's the date on that, Pilgrim, that you've got?
8th and 9th of December, I've got.
8th, 9th of December, guys. So
Yeah.
that's the best, earliest date I think you might find the Christmas stuff. Or maybe the patch comes in, the Christmas stuff gets turned in a few days later. That's about the right time frame, though, for the Christmas event to kick off. Probably a few days later.
The holiday ops will kick off on the 11th of December.
11th, all right. So the patch, and then a couple days later, holiday ops kicks off.
Yeah.
That's what we understand is the plan.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, then, Common Test 1.1 Christmas speculation, 11 December to mid-January. No major changes. So unfortunately, who was asking about the Italian tanks?
Right. Okay.
Who was
Italian
that?
tanks.
Who was asking about the Italian tanks?
Keijo or
Whoever was. Sorry to say, they are apparently not going to be part of Christmas.
They're not. The initial date, which they put out there on the EU server and on the RU server, is the 26th of January / 27th of January. So 26th, 27th for the Italian heavy tanks.
Yeah.
So it's way past Christmas and everything else. I don't think they're planning on doing it over. Wayne that asked.
Okay.
I don't think they're planning on doing anything at the Christmas boxes with the.
Makes me think maybe a marathon about that time then.
Yeah, possibly.
For
Yeah,
the premium tank. Yeah, for a discount on the
yeah.
premium tank. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably about right, because the other part of this then is there's a bunch of tier 8 premiums kind of showing up in the files.
Yeah. We've got the Charlemagne, which is in super test at the moment, and the K91. I'll come back to the Charlemagne, and the Russian one, which I never made notes of, but you remember, didn't you? Was it the Russian team?
No, Chinese 121.
Chinese, sorry.
Yeah, but I think that one's in super test, and the article I read said it wasn't really ready for release as far as they were saying anyway, so that may not be part of it.
I know. I don't understand Wargaming's mindset, because the Charlemagne is coming out with massive stats.
Yeah.
If these stay in the game, this is going to be so crazy. But I'm assuming that they put it into test, maxed out, and then sort of nerf it until it becomes balanced, for want of a better word. But it's going in, the Charlemagne, currently at 440 alpha damage, 440 and penetration of 220, 270, depending on the round. I mean, that's just mental. 440 tier 8 premium. I mean, give me one of those, I'll take tier 10s on all day long. There it is, yeah.
Yeah, so on Harkonnen's The Daily Bounce, shout out to Harkonnen. It's a good blog. Excuse me, good blog. Now, he says this is a premium British heavy tank released during 2021. So, in the past, there's been the one tank that was the hook for trying to get Christmas loot boxes. I really don't think there'll be two. I suppose that's possible. There may be a lower tier one that's new, like the Aufklärungspanzer. So, I think it's probably that Russian tank, I guess.
Oh dear. Oh right. Okay, that's a good point.
I mean,
Keijo is saying the Italian heavy premium could be in the Christmas boxes.
I suppose that's possible. I can't discount that, Kedge. I think I'm not sure you're right, but that would be a way to do it, I guess. Release it early. They've done that before. They've released the premium for a line months before it comes out. So very possible.
Yeah, and that would be the hook to get into the Italian heavy line.
Yeah,
I guess.
So this seems to indicate 2021, which wouldn't be Christmas, obviously. So maybe it's not the Charlemagne. The other one is the K91 version 2.
Soviet heavy, which is now turned into a medium.
Coming back to super test. Never mind. Okay, so maybe it's not this one either.
So it might not be. The thing is with that, I was reading into it. It was a heavy,
Yeah.
They brought it in as a medium, but they've retained the same level of armor that it had as a heavy, almost. So it's going to be, again, they're introducing it maxed out. They're going to have to obviously deal with that because they can't let that out there.
Yeah.
Because you know that's a let's take on the tier 10s all day long. Yeah, in your premium tier 8.
So that's really muddied the waters. I'll be honest, I have no idea what would be the prize tank. Maybe it is the Italian heavy in preparation for the line.
Heavy premium, have we?
I don't know if I've seen the numbers on it, to be honest. I don't know.
Haven't seen any numbers on it at all. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of the heavy line for the Italians, but I've not seen the premium yet. Maybe I missed it. Maybe
Now it would make sense because it's a newish auto-loading mechanism.
Yeah, another one.
So yeah, so and in the past the Christmas tank has been, what was it last year?
Well, it was the I won it last year, didn't I? What was it? It wasn't the Defender. It was the double barrel thing, premium double barrel.
Double barrel thing, and that was a new line that was coming out.
Yeah.
Did they come out?
Yeah.
Did they come out at Christmas, or did they come out?
Yeah. No, I won that at Christmas in a box.
And then the double barrels the rest of them didn't show up till quite a bit later.
No, that's right. And it was the I've got it here somewhere. I'll dig it out. Tier 8.
So there is precedent.
Yeah.
There is precedent for this same kind of rollout.
The Object 703, wasn't it? Version 2.
Version 2. So there's precedent for this kind of rollout. We'll potentially then see the Russian heavy at premium as the Christmas hook, and then later on in January, the rest of the line comes out when it's ready. So that could.
Italian. Yeah, it could be a good point.
That probably, in my mind, is the.
I've not seen any stats on the Italian premium heavy tank yet.
I thought I saw something somewhere, but I don't know.
Definitely. Well, I haven't seen it on Harkonnens, and I tried. What was the other one I did? It was Watt Express, and I think it was Watty Leaks or Watt Leaks or whatever. There doesn't seem to be much on them. So interesting, but yeah, it's all up in the air. But I do you know what? I'm quite looking forward to it if it is the Italian heavy with this new autoloader mechanic.
Yeah.
And I want to see what that's all about.
Yeah. We'll see. I know that they gave us the double barrel. I think they gave it to us a few days early to make some content, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, you had it. You had it in raffle because I got mine from one of your raffles.
Yeah.
So you had it.
Yeah.
As a content creation, and also then to raffle off.
Yeah. So I guess we'll be finding out pretty soon. The other thing that they've got are the 3D styles on Harkonnen's blog again. He says the only one that's probably not holiday 2020 is the VK7201K. But right now they've got pictures of the Big Lebowski 60TP with a 3D style, the Conqueror GC of all things, so an Artie with a 3D style. Looks like a bunch of Christmas trees on it, and it's got the bulldozer thing going on too.
Oh, wonderful!
Got the Maus with the world's largest anti-aircraft gun on top. It looks kind of ridiculous, actually.
No. Well, it's not as bad as having a floating boat on the back, is it? Or a surfboard.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just dumb. That's so dumb. Anyway, I don't like it. Then you've got the Object 268 version 4. What are those things? Rocket launcher or missile launchers or something?
Rail guns.
Those are the laser beams that it's missing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's missing. That's extra armor.
It's rocket launchers. Of course, it should also be mobile artillery.
It's not up enough, is it?
I don't know if that's actually weaponry or what on earth that's supposed to be. I have no idea what those are. Anyway, the STB-1 has some camo, 3D style, and the WZ-111 actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I like stuff that is okay. The paint job is the paint job, isn't it? But I like the stuff. I like when they put jerry cans on it and helmets and stuff because that's realistic enough. That's what tanks generally carry. They carry all the kit on the outside.
Yeah. Well, what the heck are these? Are the ammo boxes in front of the turret? I mean, what on earth is that?
Isn't it? Why would you have that?
Or are those lights? I can't tell what the heck those are supposed to be. Oh, there we go. Are those rockets?
Missiles?
Yeah, I guess so.
Toe missile, something like that.
I don't know. All right. And then the 7201K, which apparently the speculation is that this is actually a Clan Wars reward thing because that's a Clan Wars tank.
Okay.
All right. So that is that, guys. I think that's all the Christmas speculation. Have we covered everything and muddied the waters as much as possible?
As best we can, because actually nothing came out very clear about Christmas whatsoever, did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Well,
it'd be a bit Polish.
The Bobject is underpowered, Sutex, so clearly you would have to add some missiles to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it cover a hitbox? Possibly.
It does, yes. It does. And that's one of the interesting things about these 3D styles is they do cover up points that you might want to hit. That's been discussed several times by the CCs, that some of the weak spots, they don't cover them as in you can't hit them, and I don't think they have any effect as in terms of space armor, but the modeling itself kind of obscures where you're trying to aim.
Because we had this discussion before. Does not the outline of the tank when you got the green outline, or sorry, the red outline, should be shooting the green outlines? No.
Yeah.
It's the red outlines you should be shooting. Does that include the 3D skin, or is it just the tank itself? I don't know.
I think it outlines the 3D skin from what I remember. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Outlines the 3D skin. And you know, the stuff on the all around it is not a hitbox. You can shoot it all day long. It's not going to do anything.
Do anything, does it?
Actually, that might make you hit more often if you aim somewhere else.
Dispersion works well. RNG.
That's not a bad addition to the conspiracy
Hey,
coffee talk.
Aim for the bulldozer.
Yeah, aim for any of the 3D items, and that will ensure that you hit the tank itself.
Oh, fantastic! Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so was it? Yeah, Cliffy says I've already had the tank for weeks, but can't tell us. I'll tell you what, we've been getting this stuff like a day before lately. For a while there, we'd get a week or 3 or 4 or 5 days to do stuff. They've been really and here's why, which pisses me off. Here's exactly why. Because, and sorry to my EUCC brothers, but they leak like a sieve.
Yeah.
They give it up. It's like their job to ignore the NDAs.
It's like they get paid to do that.
And I'm not saying the NA guys don't do it, but not that we've been able to determine it recently. So they keep their cards closer to their chest now is the upshot of that. If people are going to leak everything all the time, then Board Game is like, well, sorry, dudes, we'll give it to you, 12 hours before, and here, do your content.
But you used to get it. You used to get it not just for content creation. You used to get it to actually take into battles, didn't you?
Well, that's how you do the content creation. You play it a bit, yeah. And that's the other thing. You start seeing these things show up. Either the employees or the CCs are driving them. Then you know that they're imminent, right? You see a CC. Yeah.
I raised against a CC, a South American CC. I PM'd him. I said, "Oh, I didn't know he was a CC," and he came out. I can't remember which tank it was. And he came out and he battled, and he absolutely just wasted me. So I PM'd him afterwards, and I was like, "Yeah, so what sort of hack got you that tank?" And he come back and said, "The hack is that I'm a CC and I'm doing content creation." Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Pilgrim. Wow. Man.
Go away, Pilgrim. Shut up.
That's how you get chat banned.
I've never been chat banned in my life.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Me either.
No.
Actually, I've only been banned once. I got a 24-hour ban like 6 years ago. I don't know what.
Because you've got a responsibility now. You see, you've got to.
I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah.
Wayne says leak equals quickie baby. I don't know. I have no idea who it is, but I do know that it's typically the EU or RU CCs because ours
definitely the RU.
Yeah, it's a little game they play, but there you have it.
There's actually websites that, and I'm not saying content creators have made these websites. You can go on websites and see the leaks. Absolutely.
Well, I think once you get enough money involved with some of these things, you got these big websites and they're taking in a decent amount of money for clicks and all that stuff. They have to create hype, And then eventually you'll get an employee that's feeding them stuff. They might even be paying them. Who knows? Corruption is the name of the game in East Europe. That's just
it's almost like salty. Wait, I am the modicum of good behavior. Behave yourself. Anyway, it's almost like in the Eastern European area and Russia, it's almost a default. It's almost like if you're not part of the corruption, then you're not actually doing business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not really it's not really a case of me saying it's. I guess it is a case of me saying it's wrong, but it's not, because it's part of the culture. The Middle East is exactly the same. I mean, you've been there, you've seen how that works. A little bit of extra money or a favor or whatever greases the skids, and that's how people live their life.
If you've got 3 goats and the other guy's got 2, then you're better off, aren't you?
Yes. How did we get into goats?
Goats, let's not go there.
Tomorrow on Goat Talk.
Yeah, the number 1 podcast.
How to trade 3 goats to 4.
Yeah. How to swap it for a block of salt.
The Pilgrim method.
Yeah.
Sell 4 goats and buy 8.
Absolutely. Goat's head soup.
Goat's head soup. Oh my gosh, that's awful.
That's the noise they make, Blues. Is it bar?
That's a sheep, isn't it?
I thought that was a sheep. Yeah, I think goats make a slightly different noise. But I'm not a goat expert. Maybe there's a goat expert in Twitch that can tell us.
Are those related? Are they like the same animal at some point in the past, or?
I think. Well, yeah. One got horns. Ma, that's probably it.
Ma. Okay. Man, I think
How did we get it?
no. I think it's perfect. It's apropos for today, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, we might as well end on Goat TV. I think we need a goat style.
I think we need, instead of flags, I need to have pictures of goats here. Various nationalities of goats.
It reminds me of a story of my wife taught in South Phoenix. Her first teaching job coming out of college was in South Phoenix in the gang area, and of course the whole class spoke Spanish.
Right.
And she was okay with Spanish, but so they hire her first year. She goes in there. I mean, there's bullet holes in her trailer from drive-bys, not at the school, but nearby. So there's 2 holes. She's like, "What are those?" Like, "Oh, those are bullets. Don't worry." The guy's like, "Don't worry, that was on the weekend." She's like, "Okay, that makes me feel better." Anyway, she asks one of the kids in one of the first few days, "Hey, how do you say good morning, children?" And he gives her the words, and so for the next week, she comes in and says, "Good morning, children." They all laugh. She's like, "Oh, they love me. They're giggling, they're happy." So and it took a week for this, but finally her partner teacher or whatever finally had some time to watch, to come in and see how she was doing and stuff. So he's sitting there in the back, and she walks in. She's like, "Good morning, children," and they all laugh. And he's like, "All right, who told her to say that?" And they're all like, "Mm." Well, it turns out what she had been saying is, "Good morning, goat heads." for a whole week. Oh, dude.
Fantastic.
The kids were.
Oh, man. I cannot wait to come across to the US and meet you and your good lady, because I am just going to call her "Hello, Mrs. Goathead." For you. I'll do it in my best Scouse language as well.
She has more teaching stories from that 1 year than probably the entirety of the rest of her.
I mean, that's what the character is, isn't it? If you go to these inner city schools and so on and like that, I mean, you always going to have characters in those sort of schools. These and I'm not trying to quantify it in any way, but most schools are fairly bland in the suburbs. But you go to inner city schools, you've got all the crazy guys and girls. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Rip and Ripper. Sorry, man. We often go off on tangents. Well,
Yeah.
and this one for some reason involves goats.
I've no idea how we went from world of tanks to goats, but you know. That's a game result. Oh dear.
Well, Pilgrim, I think that's about all we got, man. Is there anything we missed, or was there any other tidbits you had dug up in the intrawebs?
Well, you know, if you want to find the stats for the Charlemagne and K91, which now we're pretty much sure won't be coming out for another year.
Well, they are kind of nutty. We can look at those real quick, because
I mean, you know, it just bears out my point that they put them into test super op, and then they must
Yeah.
break it down.
for example, the K91 is looking at 212 and 290 for I'm assuming it's a heat round since it's so high. 212 is okay. It's kind of high for a medium. I mean, it's not amazing, but 290 is pretty much once you press 2, you're able to deal with most things at tier 10.
What's the armor values like?
I'm kind of surprised it's only -5 gun elevation.
Yeah, that was I was going to bring that up actually.
They've sort of got away from forcing the Russian tanks to have really bad depression, and -5 is pretty dang bad.
You can shoot aircraft with it. It's got +20.
Yeah, I would bet money that will change to -6 or 7 by the time they get done testing. You know what I mean? It's somewhere along the way. All of a sudden, you'll see it at -7 or -6 or something.
What's the armor value, Guido? Does it show? Because as I said, it was a heavy that was now a medium, but
It's got a lot, dude. It's got 175 hull. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've kept the heavy armor on it.
Wow. And 230 turret, which is still not amazing, but pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean that's you can certainly fight tier 9s and definitely have a pop at tier 10s with that sort of armor.
It's interesting though. It's got kind of the T59-ish gun at 250 damage, so it's not really hitting very hard.
No, and I bet you the dispersion is absolutely horrible.
55 speed, so it's cooking. Oh, backwards 23. Of course, it has to have 3 more than nearly everything else going backwards. Holy cow. So, I mean, yeah, like you said, if you look at the picture here, though, while it's 175, it's not really angled very much.
No, it's not, is it?
Still, though, that's pretty good, because even 175, that's kind of invulnerable to most tier 6 stuff.
Well, and if you start to, I mean, you know, typical sort of medium work, if you keep your armor angled, you're going to increase that significantly anyway.
Yeah. It's got kind of an interesting road wheel setup. This is a bit unusual actually for Russian tanks. It looks more British.
Where's the drive sprocket on the back? I can't see the picture. Let me just see if we can.
It's got some really wide tracks too, so I bet its ground resistance is really low.
Which is why it's got that 55 kph, hasn't it? That's
Yeah.
got to be the why.
So there's that thing.
Excuse me.
And then the Charlemagne. Go ahead.
No, I was saying the interesting thing that I find about all of World of Tanks is the drive sprockets. You know, when you try to track a tank, you can do either sprocket to track.
Yeah.
But does taking the drive sprocket out, is that the way to go? Is that the question? Because on a real tank, if you take the drive sprocket out, the tank doesn't go anywhere.
I don't think it matters for tracking. I don't think it matters. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You can hit either one and it detracts it. It doesn't. I don't think they really model damage to the drive sprocket.
Okay, all right. That was just a question. I've sort of play it in your mind, don't you? And you think taking the drive sprocket. So you have to know where the drive sprocket is because on some tanks it's one and some it's the rear one.
Either one works, I think. Then there's the transmission/engine. Which part of that is which, or does it matter? I don't think it matters. Both of them are the engine when you get the engine hit, I think, but I don't know. So the Charlemagne is a 440 alpha, so that's got the big stick, kind of like the Chimera with the hard hitting gun. Really long reload at 15 seconds. That's quite a while. 220 for standard pen, 270 could be APCR because it's not really that high. That's interesting because it's going to be a really slow reload. It's got a decent standard pen, but that's not a lot of gold pen.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you the reason behind that is because they've changed the ammunition from reality. The real ammunition for that particular project was HESH. So they've changed it to AP, So therefore, they've changed the premium round to APCR.
Are you sure it's AP and APCR?
I'm pretty sure because in real life that model, Charlemagne, when it on blueprints was Hesh as its primary ammunition, which they've got rid of for some reason.
Oh yeah, it actually says this. A few things. The proposed 120 low velocity fired Hesh. The expected ammo velocity was low. Why has Wargaming changed to AP and kept the low velocity? It's unclear and unknown. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
So at low velocity, that's gonna kind of suck.
Yeah. Well, I think Blues did some background. Yeah, exactly. Blues has got it there. Low velocity. Yeah, that's what I've got written down.
What's the velocity? Did you write it down there? I can't read it. Like less than 900, less than 1,000?
I'm just looking now.
Yeah, Wayne, exactly. That was what I was about to say. A long reload in a slow shell is painful in this game.
Yeah.
Because it hurts your long range capability. Yeah, I don't know.
Look at the dispersion is 0.42. So
It's pretty derpy.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But that's in super test, guys, so who knows where that will actually end up. And then there's the other one is the Chinese 122 TM, which this one's a laugh too. So let's get down to the stats because we're talking. All right, so this is great. 233 standard pin, holy cow, 400 alpha, and 299 gold pin. Again,
that is something.
Probably a heat round, but a very long reload again with that for at 16.42. And so DPM is 1,463, which is actually pretty low.
Yeah, but you're not going to be hugging. You're not going to be face hugging in that. So
good lord, look at the dispersion. What?
Yep.
0.31.
Very accurate, very long distance sniper.
Holy cow! That's the armor concealment. Where'd the armor go? There we go. 135, 280 on the turret. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
What it is a variant, is a T-62 variant. I guess the story on this is in '69, the Chinese captured a T-62 on a border conflict, and then they deconstructed it and tried to make one of their own, but it actually never came to fruition.
Never came to fruition.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those are the three that are kind of floating around out there in various stages of super test and whatnot. But like we said, it sounds like based on all the things we looked at and talked about that none of those are really going to be the Christmas box tank.
No.
And it's probably...
Let's go right now. Let's go with it's going to be the Italian premium heavy tank. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Actually, I got a note from Blues here. Let's see. Okay. He's giving me more sound advice. I know sound is my special struggle, Blues. Yep. I get it right, and then it works for a while, and then something gets knocked off kilter, and then it's all screwed up again. And it's Pilgrim's fault.
It's all my fault. It's because it bounces across the Atlantic on a seahorse.
On a sea goat.
On a sea goat, on a goat that swims.
Windows, it's never my fault. Whatever, I don't know what it is, but it's not my fault.
No, it's not. It never will be either.
No, my stats aren't my fault. If I lose, it's not my fault. If I win, it was me.
Yeah, and the team's crap.
That's right, always. All right, I think that's it, man. You got anything else for the boys?
No,
and the girls?
I was going to say I'm saving my stories for Christmas.
Oh, Christmas stories. Oh, I like it.
Oh, I've got some.
Yeah, I like that. Cliffy just types in rigged, and then how much money have you spent? That's appropriate, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the perfect. Streamlabs came up with the perfect answer to that.
Superb.
Awesome. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming by for Coffee Talk, the random tangent version, even more so. Goat Talk as well. Yeah, Christmas is coming, guys. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool. A couple of weeks of more speculation, then we should start to know some of the more solid information and get going. I will be streaming tomorrow I'm planning on 9 to 12 Central Time. So I might go a little earlier depending on how it goes. And then I will be doing my stack up stream in the afternoon from 4 to 6. And if I can sneak one in later on in the week, obviously I'll do so. You'll see videos all week as usual, and that's pretty much all I've got, man. Anything else for the people?
Just from me, if you see me in the E25 or in the leaf blower, and you manage to be on the enemy team and kill me at any point from now until the end of this month, that's November, I'll gift you 500 gold if you show me the evidence.
And a goat.
And a goat. I can't believe I'm giving one of my goats away for that.
By gold, he means goat.
Goat.
That is it from the left side of the Atlantic. We'll see you guys later.
And that's it from the correct side of the Atlantic.
See ya.